Hey, how's it going everyone? It's SKP Bricks, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Build Army Panther House D. Now, I would bring the box in to show you, but it is pretty much the exact same as my last video where I reviewed the German half-track. It is the exact same quality box, all the information on it, the instructions, they're the exact same. They're really good quality instructions. I would probably argue better than Lego's instruction manuals. This is 940 pieces, 133 scale, high accuracy. You've got a little bit of an interior, and this is a 7 out of 10 difficulty. So, just off first glance, as you can see, it is quite a highly detailed model. I'll just spin it around with hands because I've ordered it, but it hasn't arrived. Something to platform to spin it around on. But it is quite a highly detailed build. Like, you've even got bits there. I don't know if you can you could go in the back there and you've got the engine and stuff like that. Like, it is very detailed, very detailed. You take the turret off, and on the inside you got a little bit, you've got the drive shaft, you've got other stuff like that in there. So it is quite a very detailed build, but like the half-track, one problem I have, which is going to be quite a popular thing with these Build Army ones, these tracks. As you can see, the tracks are all individual, and you've got to try, I think there was like 90 odd pieces each track, or something like that, that you had to put together. And because of how finicky it is, you try move it around, and because of certain pieces, like especially this front bit and stuff like that, they don't like moving around. Like, they can move, but it is very finicky. Like, they do not like moving around. But I mean, just from the front, like, it is a very good model. Like, they are highly detailed, highly accurate. But also, like the half-track, it has one big flaw, and that is like the turret. Like, these pieces here are all sort of like only loosely put on. Like this one, as you can see there, is only held on with one bit. And that is going to be a theme with these tanks and all of them, is there are things like the tracks are a bit annoying. Sometimes you could get the tracks on and they'll run perfectly fine. Other times it is a hassle, so I've just left this one as it is. But it is a very, very good model. Now this one I think was like 45, 50 odd pound. And obviously you get this bit of rope here as well. But it's supposed to just go from there, and then it's supposed to end there. But the ropes are too big, so you have to sort of wrap around the tracks. But it is a very, very good model. It looks beautiful. Like, don't get me wrong, it is a pain in the ass to build. I'm not gonna sit there and deny it. It is a pain in the ass to build. I was planning to do all of these, all of the stuff from Build Army that I got. I was going to plan to do building videos. I was going to build them as a video. I recorded it, but this took me 2 hours 10 minutes, this Panther did, just because of how finicky and the fact of some pieces are only held on by like 1 or 2 studs. Like, there is on another tank, this one's a bit more better, but on another one of the tanks that I got, there's a plate that goes along here to protect the tracks and all that. That is held on by, I think, 3 little bits, and they're only singular stud, and they only connect onto the actual model on a singular stud. So there's 2 connection points at just singular studs, and the slightest little bit of a knock or whatever, and it will fall off. Like, that is a theme with these Build Armies, is they are very, very well done, very technical. They do look very nice. They are very accurate as well, but the problem that I have with them is that there are quite a few pieces on them that are only held on by like minuscule amounts, to the point where you look at it and you're like, because I think this bit around here, I think maybe not. Yeah, there. That can open. That's just held on by studs, but you've got the drive shaft in there. Little bit of an inside. You've got these bits here which are supposed to lift up. And they're supposed to be like for the gunners or the drivers or whatever, but they like sort of work, sort of don't work. No, that's the wrong way. That's got to go like that. I'm pretty sure. But overall, it is a very good model. Like, it does actually articulate. You can actually articulate the cannon. It does get caught on a couple bits because it is a bit thing, but it actually does articulate quite well. It does get stuck a couple of times, but as long as you don't force in, you just like lift it up just ever so slightly and turn it or whatever, it's perfectly fine. But it is a very, very good model. Price point is like 55 odd quid before delivery, so it is an inexpensive model. But as I said with the half track, Lego do not make World War II models, so companies who make World War II models could charge what they want for them because they are World War II models. And because obviously Lego doesn't make them, they've got to design them themselves, build and whatever. They've got to design it all themselves. They can't just like whatever. And they've also got source of bricks. I think these bricks, I think they're all from China, these bricks. I think they're basically the same as like the Lepin models. But difficulty 7 out of 10. That is what they say in the box. I would probably say it's more like a 9 out of 10 for the tanks. It's probably a 9 out of 10 just because you've got some bits that do fall off very frequently. It's like this bit here. It's held on by one stud there, and obviously it's held on the actual tank one stud there. So this bit flings off all the time. There are a couple bits that just fall off if you touch them a bit too hard. The tracks are very difficult to get actually working. Sometimes you can do it and bam, it'll work straight away. But on this tank, I couldn't get them to actually work. I spent a while fiddling around with them, redoing them. And even doing that takes a long time because they are so fiddly to get done. So I would say it's more like a 9 out of 10 difficulty. Price-wise, the same in a half track because Lego don't make it. It's up to their discretion what they charge because they have to personally design it. And obviously, yeah, they take into the account of designing it and everything. The box is very good quality. The instructions are very good quality. Same as a half track. I think all the instructions are that same quality. So price wise, I would say it's probably, I'd probably say it's an 8 out of 10. Just because if you do like World War II stuff or do like tanks or history or stuff like that and you wanted to build something like this, like it is worth it for you because you actually can do it. Otherwise, you would have to find somebody that actually uses Lego parts to build it for you, or you'd have to source all the parts yourself and pay for the instruction manual to build one. So it cuts out all of that. All you've got to do is buy the model, you get the instruction books, you get all the parts, you build it, whatever. It looks very good. So I would say price wise, if you're not into stuff like this, then you don't even need to worry about it. But if you are into stuff like this, I'd probably say it's an 8 out of 10. 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10, somewhere around there. Because it is more of a sort of like niche if you want to do World War II stuff or World War I stuff. Like, it is one of those things. Like, if you want this stuff and you want to build this sort of stuff, make mocks and dioramas of this, all of this sort of stuff, World War II stuff, you sort of stuff. Build Army's the cheaper one that I found. But you do have Brickmania and other companies like that which do charge a lot more money for their products. I think some of them are actually built out of proper... I don't know if the Brickmania are actual Lego parts, which it could be more expensive. But like for a tank this size, you'd probably be paying 200, 150, 200 quid easy. Just for a tank like this. And if you buy an instruction, some people will be charging 30, 40 pounds just just for the instructions, and then you got to buy all the parts yourself and build it. So for a price range, I'll probably give it 7 or an 8 out of 10, just because you get everything here. It's a very good model. It is finicky. It can break very easily because they are held, some parts are held together with nothing, hardly at all. Or they use certain building techniques which aren't that good. Like, they look good, but then like they can easily fall off. So I would say overall, you don't get any minifigures with this. I don't think you don't get any minifigures with any of the Build Army stuff. But I think overall, this is actually a very nice model. A decent-ish price. Like, for the price of this, it's basically 1,000 pieces. It basically almost costs the same as buying an official Lego set with 1,000 pieces. So it's, when you look at it like that, or even some of the sets nowadays, you got like 300-400 pieces, and they're like 25 odd quid. So actually, probably the price to piece ratio, I reckon, is actually very good. Obviously, you can put stickers on this. I didn't put the stickers on this because I am terrible at putting stickers on. If you watch my last video on the half track, you will see how wonky the stickers I put on are. So I didn't bother with them. But overall, I think actually as a whole entire model, everything together, if you're looking to build World War II Lego, I would say it's probably an 8 bricks out of 10. I'd say 8 bricks out of 10. Just because obviously it's the same thing that's really holding it back as a half track. There are parts on there that are held together with like 1 or 2 studs, and it takes the slightest little graze against something and boom, it falls off. Or you just touch it with your hand just lightly like that and it will just fall off, and you're like, So it is very finicky. The tracks are annoying to put on. The tracks are annoying to get right. Bits fall off very easily because they're not held together with a lot. So that pushes it down to an 8 for me. I love World War II sort of history side. So being able to build these models is really nice. They do have quite a wide selection as well of stuff on there. They don't just do tanks. They do half tracks. They do German. They do British. I think they do French, Japanese, American. I think they do a couple of others as well. So they do quite a variety of stuff on there, and they will probably be updating more and more as time goes on. But obviously, if there's models that you can't find on there that you do want, you can go to other companies. I'm not discouraging like other companies to build quality. I haven't tested them out, but a lot of the other companies I've seen are a lot more expensive than Build Army. So you can go to them if there is a specific model that you want, or you could. I can't remember the site name now; it's gone out of my mind. But there probably are sites on Google, on the internet, that you can look up, and they will have instructions to build stuff on there that are free. You don't have to pay for. All you got to do is buy the parts off of like Bricklink. So it's just really nice to be able to do this. They got quite a selection. So overall, it's very good. I do like Build Army. It's annoying to build, but once they're built, they look very nice. They will look very nice on a mock. So, yeah, it's 8 out of 10 for me. Just because there are a couple things holding it back, and that will probably be the same with a lot of the other vehicles or tanks, whatever that I have got. When I review them, that is going to be basically the same sort of point as them all. But if you like this video, remember to like, comment and subscribe. I will leave the Build Army website link in the description. And I will see you in the next one.